So, fucking hell. Don't know what happened there. I fucking slipped on a sock, I think it was, yeah. Oh, that hurt my fucking hand. Anyway, today I'm gonna be doing a bit of a different video. It's not like a Fall Guys video or anything like that. I'm gonna be reacting to Lily Singh, and as some of you may know, she does stand-up, sort of. She has her own late show. I've got the channel up, A Little Late with Lily Singh. I saw like a Love Lift Serve video like a few months ago, and at the time I thought, like, I really liked the video, you should watch it, but never really thought of like making a video or anything like that, but it was bad, and I think there was like, they showed like 3 clips or something like that, and basically I'm gonna be watching it until I laugh. And I know the meme's kind of dead now with people going like, women aren't funny. There are actually some funny women out there, and let's hope Lily Singh can prove me wrong. But I guess a lot of this, like, the inspiration for this video, I guess you could say, is from a YouTuber called Orange Peanut. Definitely go and check him out. He's done like 3 videos where he just like I think he watched an Amy Schumer. No, it wasn't like a full sound. He watched Amy Schumer clips for almost an hour, and I can respect him for that. So I'm gonna be watching most of her like solo stand-up performances, and yeah, I'll try not to make it like a Jinx video where I'm just like, and just no expression to it. I'm gonna try and get a little bit of dialogue in it, but without further ado, let's try this video. Lily Singh is getting old. Yeah, by the way, sorry if my fucking window looks like, I can't be bothered. Alright, so start with Lily shares her petty dating story.
Now I know what you're thinking. Okay, Lily's a new late night host. She gets her hair and makeup done every day. You know, she's able to flex her abs just enough to convince people that she works out. You know, there's probably a line of people crushing on her. Oh my God, stop! I'm blushing. Stop. Okay. Well, it may shock you to know that I'm actually single as F. Okay. Literally, no one is shocked. Why aren't you shocked? Why are you not shocked? I'm serious. I'm so single that sometimes I ghost myself just to feel any type of emotion. I honestly thought this show would help me meet people, okay? But HR keeps telling me I have to stop hitting on the guests. Like, come on. Why else am I gonna have LL Cool J on my show? Huh? Because of his incredible performance in Deep Blue Sea? Stop. Okay? Now, when I was younger, I always thought that by 30 I would be married with a few kids and be living in a mansion. Who knew getting a mansion would be the easiest thing on that list? So like everyone else, I'm using dating apps right now. What do we think about dating apps? You like dating apps? Yeah? Yeah, y'all, you next to your mom, you lying. Okay. Personally, I hate them. Okay, but everyone is on them. Like, when's the last time you had a friend tell you they met the old-fashioned way? You know, in an AOL chat room. See, I've used all the apps. Tinder, Bumble. Yeah, at one point, I started to just download apps without reading the description. Yeah? And let me tell you, my first Grindr date was very disappointing for everyone.
An alright joke.
When I first started using apps, no one was matching.
So I'm turn this down a little bit. It's getting too loud.
With me. Or even better, sometimes people would match with me and then unmatch immediately, which is rude, okay? If you're gonna tell someone they were a mistake, do what my parents did and say it straight to my face. Okay? The longer I'm dating online, the more I realize that every profile is the same. Okay? Everyone is like, looking for my partner in crime. What are these crimes everyone speaks of? We both know you're gonna find someone and then spend a lifetime together arguing over what to watch on Netflix. Okay? Crimes. Or there's another one, okay? I love to laugh.
She actually has got a good point.
Doesn't love to laugh. Like, you might as well say something like, sometimes I like breathing. Oxygen's my jam. you. And if we do match and you're over 30, do me a favor and chill with those cute filters that change your face. If you don't like yourself as a person, there's no way I'm going to like you vomiting a rainbow. Just, like, stop. Now, you have to be careful about what you put on your dating profile. You know, because some terms have completely different meanings on dating apps than they do in real life. Like, for example, I like to call myself a unicorn because I enjoy mythical, magical creatures and I refuse to grow up. Yeah, unicorn means something completely different on a date.
Was that a joke? That didn't seem like a joke. To be fair, I know this is about 6 minutes long. I'm only about halfway through, but to be fair, out of the ones I saw in like the Love Live Sir video, I can understand why people laugh at this one. Not those ones though. This one, I get it. I kind of get it.
Unicorn means a bi girl who is down to hook up with a couple. And that is not my thing. No matter what. Absolutely not. Unless you're John Legend and Chrissy Teigen. Now, I feel like dating gets even harder in cities like LA. I mean, everyone's so busy chasing their dreams as a Lyft driver. Now, I'll probably get in trouble for this, but there's one dating app that a lot of people in LA use, and it's called Raya. Has anyone heard of Raya? Yeah, I'll tell you why. Raya is invite only, which means everyone on it is either a celebrity or an insanely beautiful person. I was invited. I'm what they call a double threat on Raya, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. When I joined Raya, I had 0 matches. Yeah. But unlike other dating apps, Raya has an option where you can pay $1.99 to slide into someone's DMs. Yeah. What? You telling me for the price of a McNugget, I can holler at Cara Delevingne? I was like, take all my money, fam. But still, no one would respond to me. So I'm not proud of this, okay? But I did something extremely petty. I added this picture to my profile. Now, I know this makes me look thirstier than the skin on my elbows in December, okay? I'm like, oh, me? Don't mind me. I'm just announcing my late night talk show. Dinner on Thursday? I know, I'm absolute trash. I get it, okay? But guess what? Your girl got responses. So who's really the trash, huh? Me or everyone in my DMs? I'm just saying. But I really shouldn't be talking about all of this. Because the thing about Raya is, it's kind of like Fight Club. The first rule of Raya is, you don't talk about Raya. The second rule of Raya is, always swipe left on Chris Brown.
Got a good point. That's actually not too bad of a joke.
Okay, and you think that being into both girls and guys, dating would be easier. Okay? I mean, I have twice as many options. But having too many options actually makes things a lot harder. It's like going to the Cheesecake Factory. How am I supposed to know if I'm in the mood for tacos or macaroni and cheese balls? What if I want both? Things used to be so much simpler. Remember when you'd pass a note to that cutie in 2nd grade and you'd ask, do you like me? Like, check yes, no, or maybe. That's what dating apps are missing, a maybe choice. The swipe diagonal. Okay? Something that says you're my option for when I completely run out of options. I mean, I'll figure it out, I hope. I wonder what I'm gonna say when my future grandkids ask how I met my future spouse. You know, I'll just sit them down next to me and say, listen, I paid a secret celebrity dating app $1.99. Okay? And they'll probably be like, oh, Raya? Yeah, we're all on it. But you actually paid the $1.99? Dang, Grandma, you were thirsty!
Alright, I mean, that one wasn't actually that bad. I give it that. But it's like, I don't like, I mean, I used to be like this, and I'm glad I don't, like, these are not the only jokes I say, but it's like, when you talk down on yourself, but it's not like you go like, oh yeah, no one likes me, stuff like that. It's just, it's not funny, it's not even depressing, it's just like, you just don't have to say that. Alright, Lily's first time getting high was horrible.
When you exit the airlock, things will feel strange. You are inverted. The world is...
I've been in California California for, a couple years now, and I've learned that there are 3 things Californians love. Check this out. In and out, learning yoga from white people, and marijuana. Real talk, weed is everywhere here. There are billboards for dispensaries on every corner, and they're clearly designed by potheads in what appears to be Microsoft Paint. Okay? The designer's just like, good enough, time to blaze. Weed has been legal in California for so long, 420 isn't even special anymore. Okay? A holiday is only supposed to be one day. Like, what if every day was Thanksgiving? It was every day. Your drunk auntie asks, has therapy fixed your homosexuality yet? No thanks. Sorry, was that too real for some of you? No worries, fam. Light one up. You're good. A lot of states have legalized marijuana. But check this out. In 2017, there were nearly 600,000 marijuana-related arrests in the U.S. Yeah, almost 600,000 people were arrested for doing the same thing that made Seth Rogen a millionaire. Me personally, I don't know much about weed. No, real talk. Someone once said to me they were sending me an edible arrangement, and I was like, no, I don't do drugs. Because growing up, I was such a nerd. I used to think that you should stay away from anything you couldn't do with your mom, or at least talk to her about. I know, so cute. But real talk, if
People keep knocking at my door.
Another reason I didn't smoke weed is because I didn't know what it would do to me. No, I hadn't come out yet, so I was worried that if I smoked weed, I wouldn't just tell everyone I was bi, I would just straight up start making out with everyone in the room. So I tried to get info from my friends, and I was like, hey, so when you smoke weed, you're like, I don't know, like expose all your secrets or something. And my friends were like, no, why? And I'd be like, no reason, I'm chill, you chill, I'm chill. I'm just asking. But once weed was legalized in California, I started to warm up to the idea. I mean, who in California hasn't tried it? Okay, I'm not saying do drugs, okay? Listen, your body, your choice. I don't listen to, I don't want this to be the headline tomorrow, okay? Lily says do drugs. No. I already love Bob Marley. I don't need to smoke weed to know he's the greatest of all time. But when people find out I love Bob Marley and I don't smoke weed, they treat me like a Game of Thrones fan who hasn't read the books. Like, you're not better than me, okay? The finale sucked for both of us. The first time I decided to try weed, I knew I had to call my good friend Humble. I know some of you are thinking... I know some of you are thinking, Lily, you should have gone to an expert. Well, first of all, here's a picture of Humble. No, he's not in the middle of a blink. That's just his face. Okay? And if you still don't believe me, he's right there. So Humble comes over with a spliff, or a blunt, a splunt. I don't know the terminology, okay? I don't know. Doobie? Do people still say doobie? I have no clue. Anyways, he gives me the splunt and I take a toke on it. Again, don't know what I'm talking about. I take a toke and I'm like, I'm done, right? Like, I'm high. And Humble goes, that's not enough. I want to make sure you feel it, so you gotta do a couple more. Humble wanted me to smoke a lot because he's a firm believer that you can't get high your first time. I'm here to tell you that's not true. So I'm 5 tokes in at this point, okay? I'm always right. And we decide to do what everyone does when they're high. Watch the movie Bridesmaids. And can I just tell you, I feel like I'm in the movie. Which honestly, as much as I love it, let's be real, could have been a little more diverse, so it's not that bad. Yeah. But I'm freaking out. I literally feel like I'm in the opening sex scene with this couple, and I'm like, see, I was right, I'm making out with everyone! And I turn, and I look at Humble, and I say the words, I think I might be dying. Which is a mistake, okay? Even if you feel like you're dying, you never say those words out loud when you're high. Especially not around Humble, who at this point is also super high. So he looks me right in the eye and he says, maybe you are. And that's when things take a turn. Suddenly I'm crying, I'm screaming, I'm lying on the washroom floor. Humble suddenly looks like Scar from The Lion King. And he's trying to get me to drink water and I'm just spitting it out like, no! You killed Mufasa! You're trying to drown me! able to calm me down by playing some chirping bird noises until I fell asleep. This is a true story. He essentially calmed me down the same way you calm down a baby. And since I almost peed myself, that analogy isn't too far off. It was horrible. Definitely the worst experience of my life. But having said that, I still think weed should be legal.
Again, it wasn't like... See, I like a lot of comedians when they tell like true stories and it's funny, but the way she delivers it is so bad. Like, Lily Singh puts problematic brands on blast with the step buddy.
Mom, Dad, you are
Another
awesome.
ad.
When there's something wrong, you always seem to...
I'm so excited. Can you please have a seat?
Whoa,
I'm
she
so
looks a bit like
excited.
Cardi B. That's... Damn.
Have here today. We have a great show lined up for today. Y'all, this is a little late
Okay, maybe
with
not.
Lily Singh. Can we just take a moment? Can we just take a moment? So, before I came out here, I was actually in my green room and I was scrolling through Twitter. I don't know, because apparently I like being sad. And it blows my mind how many major corporations are completely clueless. From racism to fat shaming, you think all these brands were running for president. Now, there was a day where corporations were able to make these mistakes and no one would know. But now, thanks to Twitter, no. Their issues on full display.
That's
Like
true.
when Macy's
That's true.
released these plates. Now, obviously, these plates are whack because they encourage eating disorders. But at the same time, skinny jeans, favorite jeans, mom jeans, sounds like a dope Genuine song. You know what I'm saying? Now, Macy's, it's lit, y'all. Now, Macy's, they
What?
thought these plates were helping. When they realized it was a bad idea, they took them off the shelves. But sometimes corporations make mistakes so huge, you have no idea how they happened in the first place. Like, take a look at this sweater Gucci tried to sell earlier this year.
I remember that. That
This
was...
is the biggest mistake.
I remember that. Why did they do that? They did the the blackface mask. I remember Soldier Boy, like, was going off with it, but what I don't get about some of this stuff is like, what goes through their mind when they make this? They just go like, "Oh, we're very successful. We're a very successful company. What we need to think of something else." Someone just goes, "Yeah, blackface mask. That's a good idea. Invest. Like what?" And it was like, I know it's not. Actually, no, I think apparently it was Islamophobic, but it was that new Netflix original film. I can't remember what it was called, but it was about I don't remember. But I just remember seeing it on like an Instagram account. I think it was like a 11-year-old Islamic girl. Again, I could be very wrong, but she left her family, I think, to... No, it wasn't that. She went to like just like a twerking competition. An 11-year-old going to a twerking competition. Who in the right mind thinks that's a film to be everywhere? You know what I mean? What? It baffles me. Because it's just like, again, it's like the same thing. It's go, Stranger Things, like, we can't make it, like, I mean, or like, we've already got season 3, people don't like that anymore, or something, and then just, we can't think of anything else. 11-year-olds twerking, let's go. Like, some companies are just retarded, man.
Gucci has made since naming their company after the worst synonym for vagina. Please, no more blackface on actors or shoes or even sweaters. The next time you want to use the color black, just ensure your ad agency hires a minimum of 2 people who grew up in Atlanta. This sweater makes me uncomfortable for so many reasons. Like, whatever happened to wearing a racist sweater that's just fun and functional? Which I guess was what H&M was trying to do with this sweater. Ads like this are the reason why we need more young people in the workforce. Even the kid on the right knows this wasn't a...
Oh, that is bad. I never knew. Actually, no, I think I did see this. That's bad. Again, what goes through their mind? It's like it's not even like a little tad bit racist. You know, like they can like sweep it under the rug. It is blatantly racist. Like Jesus Christ.
Good choice. He's like, I know I'm only 8 years old, but that sweater is extremely problematic. Meanwhile, the other kid is like, oh great, another white savior. And sometimes a brand makes a mistake that's so painfully obvious, it's hard to see how they missed it. Like this Instagram post by Estee Lauder. Hey, I know this looks bad, but guys, Estee Lauder isn't racist, okay? According to this color wheel, they have one black friend. Ultimately, it's because society caters to white people in America. And I get it, white people, okay? You were here second. But it's not just...
That almost made me laugh. That almost made me laugh. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Your host is a woman of color. Okay, get ready for this. It's not just ads. It's also technology. Because I don't know if you saw this, but in a recent article, it was discovered that a lot of fitness trackers could not accurately read the heart rate of darker-skinned people.
Damn.
Yeah, the laser literally can't get past the melanin in darker skin. So if you're worried that your heart rate might be dangerously low, don't worry, you're not dying. You're just brown. But the good news is there's a new company addressing this issue. Let's take a look.
Hello, I'm Sean O'Connor, CEO of StepBuddy. Unlike our competitors, we value people of color, which is why our company created a new product just for you. Introducing StepBuddy Color, the very first fitness tracker made exclusively for people of color. Our StepBuddy technology can accurately read the heart rates of everyone. Our lasers are so powerful, they can penetrate even the darkest skin.
Ow, kind of burns, but at least it's accurate.
We have a whole new line of bands designed specifically for you. Colors like black. Wait, what? Brown. And yellow.
No, don't do me like y'all did the Asian Power Ranger.
Even have red for...
Whoa, I'm just gonna stop you right there and assume you were gonna say indigenous people.
Really? Never heard that term before.
Term you use when you're not racist.
Oh, well, thank you, my indigenous friend.
I'm Indian.
Well, that's racist. We also understand that different cultures walk differently, which is why we've incorporated stride mode. Strides like the loco limp. When you walk like one of your legs is shorter than the other, it can impact your stride.
Why are you zooming in on me?
Or the gang member hippity hop. When your pants are sagging below your knees, your stride changes.
Gang? I'm a computer programmer from Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Or the Italian Guido strut.
I thought I was white.
You're not.
It's not even that
This is hella
funny.
racist.
It's not racist. It's StepBuddy Color. The only wearable band with the exclusive feature of announcing your race so everyone can celebrate what you are.
Yo, homie, African American coming through. Yo, homie, African American coming through.
How you doing, sister?
African American.
Let me get a cranberry tort, please.
Middle Eastern man coming through. Allahu Akbar. Middle Eastern man. Mexicano. No habla inglés.
I speak perfect English, you dumb
No habla
thing.
inglés.
We think you're going to be very happy with our one-of-a-kind product.
We definitely aren't. This is bad. Ow!
Oh my god, it's burning me.
It's the laser, it's too strong.
StepBuddy
I mean,
Color. Because we
I kind of get the message, I guess, but it's just not funny. I'm pretty sure they had intended for it to be a bit funny.
don't see color.
It's still burning, y'all. It's still burning.
Right. Parents, talk to your kids about sex. Let's see. How
Trouble
this-
hearing?
Another
Don't skip this video.
ad.
If you're suffering from premature hearing loss, the struggle could soon be over.
Welcome to the show. Now, I know y'all are still getting to know me, but I would consider myself a pretty confident person, you know? I mean, I stand up for things I believe in. I can perform in front of large audiences. There's one time I even posted a picture on Instagram without a filter. I mean, at least that's what the caption said. Shh. But there's one thing I'm not confident about, and that's sex. Yep. Do you hear that? The sound of every person on Tinder swiping left on me. It's not my fault, okay?
Again, like
Sex is just not something we really...
the speaking down on yourself. It's just not funny. It's like in some cases it can be, but again, the way she delivers it.
Discuss openly in Indian culture. No, it's also not something we discuss privately. I mean, for Indian parents, teaching their kids about sex is like a software update. They know they're supposed to do it.
I don't know if this is true. I'm not Indian, so.
But they keep hitting remind me later. And the longer they put it off, the more likely their kid is gonna get a virus. Now, when I say my parents told me nothing, I mean, yo, they told me nothing. They didn't even warn me that my period was coming. Can you imagine? So when it finally happened, I had no idea what to do. I just treated it like a nosebleed and pinched the top. So I got my period and masturbated for the first time on the same day.
I mean, I see this as a lot of a problem with, like... Well, not like a lot of them, but it's like, you know, people like Amy Schumer. It's like, they just talk a lot, they're like... Do you know what else is funny? My pussy. You know what I mean? It's just like, they talk about their, like, pussy a lot, and it's just like, it's just... I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of guys that just talk about their dick or whatever, but it's just like... Man, it's just, it's weird. I mean, to be fair, I could be a bit of a hypocrite because I know a bunch of guys that talk about their dick, so it's just like, I guess it's kind of different for, like, women and men, I don't know.
It was tough being a teenager and not...
At least that was kind of funny, though.
When I was in school, I overheard a conversation where someone said, and I quote, "and then he took it off." So for the longest time, I thought, okay, all right, so men can literally, like, remove their penises. What else could that mean? Like, just pull it off before bed and let it charge overnight like a cell phone. But now I wish men were able to remove their penises. Think about how much better things would be. They'd be able to think with their actual heads for a change. Seriously, growing up, sex was so confusing. Here are the things that I thought were
that wasn't, like... I don't know, man. That was just a bit, like... Again, it's not like... I don't mind jokes when they're just like... When people talk shit about men. But it's just like... Again, make it funny. Not just say shit like that, you know what I mean?
I thought that girls had dozens of holes. And then when a boy picked the right one, the prize would be a baby. I also thought that the person you got married to was the person whose penis fit perfectly. Like Cinderella's glass slipper, but a vagina. Thanks, Disney. I also thought a penis was a front tail, and when guys got excited, it would wag. I mean, I guess that one's true still. Parents, you have to talk to your kids about sex. Your kids are online, exposed to all types of content. And if you wait too long to have the talk, instead of their first question being, what's sex? It's gonna be, does sex always happen with 6 people wearing leather masks in a basement? When he knows what I'm talking about. You laughing way too hard. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You nasty and I like it. When I was younger, there were no
Putting on that
TV
voice
shows
is just
that showed us what
annoying.
sex was all about. You know what I'm saying? The camera would always cut away whenever Corey and Topanga were about to get jiggy with it. But now, kids have the show Euphoria, where teenagers are doing drugs that I've never heard of and having better sex than I am, which is any sex at all. And it's not just the internet either. Every song on the radio is about sex. So you should talk to your kids, or else there's a good chance they're learning about sex from Tyga. And he's the one who's written songs with lyrics like, met a girl last night, won't believe it, love her so hard, girl probably stopped breathing, killed the vagina in the hotel screaming. First of all, this song turns into making a murderer like right away. Okay. But also, this is why you don't want Tyga to teach your kids about sex. In the hotel screaming, like, can you imagine? Just some teenage boy on prom, gazing into his date's eyes, and then all of a sudden he's just like, God. I had to learn about sex the old-fashioned way, watching a heavily edited version of American Pie on TV. And I only found out this year that women are nothing like warm apple pies. They're better. Oops, the pie jumped out. I mean, sure, it was tough being so clueless about sex, but you know what? Maybe my parents were just waiting for the right time. Like the night before my wedding. Which is a a little frustrating because for my entire life I wasn't allowed to talk to boys, but then suddenly when the clock struck 12 on my 25th birthday, my parents were pissed I didn't have kids. Like, how am I supposed to have kids? I wouldn't even know what to do. Check it out.
Oh, boy.
Cheers.
Cheers. Wow, it's a beautiful day. I can't believe we're actually married.
I know, yeah. It is our wedding night, so, you know.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this for a long time.
Me too. Are you ready? Okay. How to have...
What does it say?
It says when having sex, you may sweat, breathe heavily, and your nipples may become erect.
My nipples are erect right now. Are we having sex?
Maybe.
You're really good at this.
Thanks. It also says your hymen may rupture.
What? No, I need my hymen.
Maybe you have two.
Okay, this is cool and all, but I still don't understand how to have sex.
Maybe we should just look up a how-to video.
Good idea.
Okay.
Oh, God.
What is that?
Why are there so many people?
Are you supposed to shave there?
Why is it that big?
Oh, what happened?
I think he ruptured his hymens.
Maybe we should just try again tomorrow.
Yeah, that was a lot of information. I think I just need to process.
Hey, Utkarsh,
Uh-huh.
aren't you gonna take off your penis?
Alright. Let's see. Learning about sex from women's magazines. Talks a lot about sex. I realize that.
Last night I was checking out at the grocery store.
What is she wearing, first of all? Whoa, that is... Bruh. It's not good clothing, Lily. Not good
It said
clothing.
something like 5 ways to dirty talk your man's rod into space. And all I could think was, Cosmo magazine makes a lot of assumptions. The biggest one being that anyone still buys magazines. Women's magazines are a perfect mix of thoughtful information and complete trash. On one page, it's
Again, I
what to
don't
expect
know.
from your first gyno exam. And on the next page, it's a piece called How to Make Yourself a Literal Snack by Putting Dipping Sauce on Your Nipples. But I'll be real. In high school, I loved women's magazines. I know! I used to learn from them, which is a bad idea. I was an awkward 15-year-old who should have been learning about how to kiss. Meanwhile, Glamour was yelling at me like, "Are you a butt stuff girl?" I once read a tip about exciting your man by using an ice cube while giving a BJ. Yeah, nothing says sexy like giving someone a surprise cold shower in your mouth. Sexy! And the ways to please your man lists have gotten so ridiculous. Do you not think so? Every other article is like 20 ways to make your man go cross-eyed. 50 ways to make your man's butt explode. 74 ways to grind your man's junk into raw beef. Who has the time to do 74 of anything? Listen, I can either do one thing well or 2 things at 50%. You pick me. 74. Don't be dumb.
I'm not gonna lie, it's getting better. It's not good, but it's getting better. I'll give it that. It's going okay so far.
The craziest thing about these magazines is that we assume the author of these articles are experts. No, because the people who have the most sex are always rolling over afterward and going, "Oh, where's my laptop? I gotta write 500 words about this." And don't get me started on all the quizzes. Like, are you a wildcat or a house cat in the bed? And I'm just like, I'm whichever one is Garfield. I'm just in the bed eating lasagna. I once took a test that said, on a scale of 1 to 100, it would tell me how sexually adventurous I am. I literally got a 3. The line after 3 said, "I'm sorry you genitals in a house fire. But the thing that always blew my mind were the quizzes
I'd take
you
that back
to
saying it's
find
getting
out if
better,
you're in
it's
a
getting
healthy
worse.
relationship with your significant other. Taking a relationship survey out of a women's magazine is like going on WebMD. If you have that many symptoms, you already know it's cancer. And in the middle of all of these sex quizzes and tips, there's always one article that attempts serious journalism. About a girl who almost died because her heart grew in backwards, but now she's dating a guy whose heart also grew in backwards. And the article is titled Inside Out, How My Backwards Heart Led Me Forward to Love. And by the end, all you've learned is that people with backwards hearts can only do it doggy style. Now, don't get me wrong, men's magazines are just as stupid. They're all about which celebs are the hottest, which
Honestly,
girls are the fastest.
if I'm being honest, I've never really seen a men's magazine. It's always been like, yeah, I mean, I've just mainly seen women's magazines. I've never seen one directly for men. That's interesting. That's interesting.
And which musky cologne smells the muskiest. But you know what you don't see on the cover of a lot of men's magazines? 900 ways to please your woman. Which is ironic because as opposed to men, there are actually 900 ways to please a woman. It's like if there were 400 articles telling you how to fly a kite and one about how to operate an airplane. There are a few really simple ways to please women that men need to learn. Start with cleaning up after yourself. Notice that we got our hair done. And I don't know, learn how to spell the alphabet with your tongue.
Alright. A monologue written entirely by little girls. It's ads, man. How the fuck
I'm
is
gonna
ads?
brave it and colour my own hair with nice and easy.
Shut up.
Today's a beautiful day, y'all. It is International Day of the Girl, a day that is all about female empowerment. Now, giving girls more opportunities is super important to me, so I decided to replace my entire crew tonight with a group of young women whose parents graciously let them stay up way too late to be here. So this is what my writer's room looked like today. Check it out.
Knock, knock. How do you spell monologue?
We gotta punch this up.
Who wrote the show? Girls! Yes! And so this monologue was completely written
So
by
one thing I have to say, I don't know. I mean, it appears she might have some writers, but like, see, with like when I was watching the Love the Serve video, it puts a bad like representation of YouTubers because she's kind of like, I'd probably say she's the first to have sort of this kind of show, if you know what I mean. But it's like she's made like for all like the boomers watching it, they're gonna think that YouTubers are the most fucking unfunniest people ever if they see this. And it's like, you'd think, again, this is from like, I've seen the Love to Serve thing, you'd think if she'd seen like how it's not that funny, she'd go to the writer and be like, you know, just write something else, you know. But she appears to like genuinely laugh at some of the jokes, so she obviously doesn't have a problem with it. But it's like, again, she could actually be really funny. I think I watched like one of her YouTube videos from like years ago, and that was actually funny. Like, I mean, again, I wasn't even 10, I don't think. It was about like birthdays or something like that. But it wasn't that bad. It actually wasn't that bad. I generally liked it. I probably wouldn't laugh, but I'd still like it. So I feel like if she actually makes like a stand-up comedy, I'm watching that. Because she could prove me wrong. Because the writer could just be atrocious, you know. And I could never know she's actually really funny.
Amazing girls, right? Here goes nothing. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear.
Faking it. She's faking it. I know.
What do you call a deer with no eye? I have no idea.
To be fair, before I carry this on, I could actually probably laugh at this because this is not her jokes or people actually writing
What do
it.
you call a guy with a rubber toe? Huh? Huh? Duh. Roberto. Here's one. This is a really good one. Ready? Why couldn't the toilet paper cross the road? It got stuck in a crack. I usually don't just tell a bunch of jokes in a row, and it wouldn't be a little late monologue if I didn't take a deep dive. So I thought I would cover a topic that they felt strongly about, which is why I want to talk about when boys throw a ball in your face. This guy knows what I'm talking about. You know what you've done.
Stop doing that shit. Like, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, you said this and that. You said this and that. It's like, forget it, man. It's fucking annoying as shit.
When boys throw a ball in your face, they don't even say sorry. They just laugh. Like, some things never change. The girls were also telling me how hard it is to get older. I mean, I relate. Like, there's this boy who you wave to every day in kindergarten, and then in 5th grade, they stop waving at you. What's that about? They just look at you like you're so awkward. Sadly, that also doesn't change.
Just grow up. They just grow
1 a.m.
up.
every night, they'll try to slide into your DMs, so don't worry. Also, the girls wanted me to talk about their brothers. Don't get me started on brothers. I mean, I'm sure they're great most of the time, but you're just there trying to watch Toy Story 4, minding your own business, and then your brother comes up and burps in your face. So you tattle on him, and Dad sends him to infinity and beyond.
It's not that bad of a joke.
Should we end on a knock-knock joke? Okay, here we go. Knock-knock. ID dap. You did a poo? Bro! You got a great show today!
Alright. I like puns. If they did puns, I probably would laugh at this shit. Wait, hold up. Okay, no, she's actually gonna speak. Alright. I expect this shit from my mom.
Has DJ Daniel taught you any cool tricks?
Yes.
That is the only trick you need. That's right, we're celebrating International Day of the Girl today, and I've been lucky enough to film my crew with some incredible young women. Let's say hi to our camera woman, Andrea. How's it going?
Good.
You look boss in that headset.
Thank you.
Are you getting all the angles you need?
Yeah, you look perfect.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, don't get too close though. We don't need to see all
Must
my
have been
porn.
scripted.
Okay. First of all, you look perfect whether or not you're zoomed in. And second of all, I know how to work a camera.
Okay, all right. We've got a new security guard too. Say hello to Kaya.
Hey.
I mean, you look very intimidating. Is anybody giving you a hard time?
Not so far, but
Okay.
I'm looking at you.
It's obviously so scripted.
When do I get my taser?
Okay, well, I'm not sure we have a taser lawsuit budget, but we'll offline this. Let's say hi to our stage manager, Sophia. Are you having fun?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it a lot of work?
Yeah. People screaming over here, people talking about you over there.
I was telling you, you gotta get them to calm down. Okay, here's the thing. If I start talking too much, you have to let me know to shut it down. What's the signal for I'm talking too much?
Get out of here.
Okay, just straight up stop, die. Okay, cool. Got it. Let's check in with our control room where we've got our AD, TD, and director, Eliana, Layla, and Anna Marie. How's it going in there?
It's going great, Lily, but there's just so many buttons. What do they mean?
You know, it would help a lot if you sit a bit straighter.
Oh. Okay. All right, no problem. Sit up straight. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you think the show's going so far?
A 7.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get it to a 10 for you. Okay. Cool. Do we have to do any pickup shots?
I don't think we dropped any yet.
I'll try not to to drop any shots for you. What's coming up next in the show?
Come on, you know we have a guest interview to do.
Being vegetarian is rough. Now, this could relate to me because I am a vegetarian. So let's see what she has to say. And another ad. Great. I'm loving this.
I'm John Masters. This is...
I know y'all probably know a lot about me, but there are some things about me that make me different from other late night hosts, you know? You've probably heard me talk about them before, and I'm so thrilled to champion yet another group of underrepresented people in this country, okay? Because I remember the first time I came out to my friends as a vegetarian. Oh, you thought I was gonna talk about other stuff now? Okay, proud vegetarian right here. And it wasn't easy when I first decided to become a vegetarian. Okay? Mostly because none of my friends knew what it was. And I remember the day I told them, I think I'm gonna become a vegetarian. And one of my friends was like, oh, so you're gonna take care of horses?
To be fair, a lot of people say, oh, do you just eat vegetables or some shit like
If I
that?
could live without killing an animal, why shouldn't I? Now don't get me wrong, okay? I would eat meat if it was a matter of survival. Like if I was on the Hunger Games, I'd eat meat. I'd definitely eat meat. Yeah. Meat is my nickname for Liam Hemsworth. I first tried to become a vegetarian when I was a kid. See, but there was one small thing that made it difficult. I didn't like vegetables. I mean, the only vegetable I would ever eat is maybe a tomato, okay? If that tomato was mashed up and spread on some bread, okay? Maybe a little cheese on there, you know, bake it at 400 degrees. Okay, pizza, pizza. Okay? One reason I wanted to go vegetarian was to help save the environment. Okay? Like, did you know that livestock farms account for 18% of the Earth's greenhouse emissions? Did you know that? Yeah. The other 82%? Every Fast and the Furious movie. When I went to, you don't think I'm so funny. I'm just dumb.
I don't think they do. I don't think they
When I
do.
went to university, being a vegetarian got a lot easier. It was like I was finally able to diversify the food I was eating, you know? Like instead of eating French fries all the time, I'd have a couple sweet potato fries too. Mix it up. Now that I live in LA, I found that being a vegetarian is a really great way to meet people. I'm being serious, okay? You'd be shocked how many numbers I've got just by hanging out in the produce section, okay? Yeah, it's eggplants and peaches for days, and I'm talking about the one on the shelves, okay? When I first started getting serious about being a vegetarian, I was so healthy.
I'm sorry, I really didn't mean, this is just, I'm trying not to just like laugh for no reason to stop this, but man, like I've done this for what, like 36 minutes. What it says on my timer, but it's just like it feels like an hour. This is, I'm sorry I said that. It's just, it's getting to me. It's really getting to me.
But now every fast food restaurant has vegetarian options. I'm driving through, I'm getting a Beyond Burger with cheese and mayo, a side of fries, a chocolate chip cookie. It's all vegetarian. It's horrible. I even heard that White Castle serves Impossible meat now. And I thought they already served Impossible meat because there's no possible way that was ever real meat.
That could be funny to me, but I've never heard of that.
Being vegetarian is when people confuse it with being vegan. Trust me, if someone's
really hear a
vegan,
lot of
they'll
that.
tell you. It's even more irritating when people are like, oh, so you don't want to kill living things? Well, what about all the plants you're killing?
That is annoying.
What am I supposed to eat? My rule is I don't eat anything that has eyes, except for potatoes. Kill all those I just murdered Mr. Potato Head. Being a vegetarian is especially challenging when you have to travel a lot like I do. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like when I get on a plane, it doesn't matter if I call ahead or send an email or send a raven, okay? 100% of the time, they never have a vegetarian option for me. And the process is so confusing. Like when you buy a ticket, there's a drop-down menu, and you have to pick between options like Pacific Asian vegetarian, like Indian vegetarian, and Southeast Bulgarian vegetarian. Like what is it? It's so complicated. As soon as I get on the plane, I'm like, you know what? Just give me the damn chicken, okay? You win, you win.
Also, a lot of the problems I have with people like Lily Singh, like Lele Pons and shit like that, they think loud equals funny. And if I was a 7-year-old, I would probably agree. But it's just like, she's just shouting all over the place, you know what I mean? It's just be funny, maybe? Fuck's sake.
It's so true. This is a biography right now. Yeah. But I just want to say that if you're on the fence about becoming a vegetarian, I highly recommend it. You're saving
Agreed.
animals, you're saving the planet, you're saving a lot of time at Thanksgiving. I'm just saying. But it's not always easy, though. It can be tough because you're often saying, no, thank you, I don't eat that. So I'm glad that in my dating life, I have more options, and I pretty much always get to say, yeah, I'll eat that.
Alright, I'm gonna get myself some lunch. I'll be back in a minute. It's fucking alright, I'm back. Let's do... I'm back. Next video, dogs are better than people. I agree. Honestly, true.
I'm your host, Lily Singh, and this is my son, Scarborough Singh. Round of applause. I mean, say hi. Say hi, everyone. I'm a star. Say hi.
That's a cute dog.
Now, I cover a lot of important topics on this show, but if I had my way, every night I'd do a monologue about pets. And I'm not just saying that because he's here, okay? I swear, real talk. Because let's be honest, everyone loves animals. Sometimes more than other people. Straight up. And if you don't believe me, think about how Game of Thrones had so many major characters getting stabbed to death. And the one thing everyone talked about on Monday morning was how Jon Snow didn't say goodbye to his wolf. That's right.
Oh.
Or take John Wick. The moment you saw what happened to his puppy, you were like, okay, John, if you have to murder everyone in the Russian mafia, you gotta do what you gotta do. We get it. We get it. Am I boring you, Mom?
Yes.
Now, I know all of this
You are
makes me
boring
seem like
me.
a crazy dog mom, but I assure you, I'm just a really sensible parent to a growing, adorable, good boy who can be whatever he wants when he grows up. Yes, you can be what you want to be. Mom, I want to be sleepy. I love how dogs are happy about everything. Have you noticed this? Like, have you ever seen how dogs are so eager to greet each other at a party? Yeah. It's like how I feel when I go to a party and there's another brown person there. I'm like, yo, what's up? Finally! Yeah? What's up? Finally, another one of me. Now let me smell your butt. But seriously, my love for animals doesn't begin and end with dogs. Growing up, my family had a cat. Yeah. I mean, I still love cats. I just don't like
Fucking
the
hate
idea
cats.
of being around someone all the time who thinks they're better than me. I mean, in your dog's eyes, you can do no wrong. Yeah, but when your cat looks at you, you can tell it's just thinking, is that what you're wearing? One of the most important parts of owning a pet is coming up with a
Sorry, I
name.
got 20% left on my
Scarborough,
phone.
dope name. Let's be real. But I've noticed that recently people are trying to give their children more original names like Kraylin or Blanston. But people are giving their pets names like Kevin. Guys, we gotta stop giving our pets people names. In LA, when
I
I'm
guess
at
I
a
agree
dog
with that.
park and I hear people yelling, Lily! Lily! I'm like, oh, okay, it's a fan. I turn around and take a selfie and they're just petting their bulldog. The biggest difference between me and that dog is that I shed more. But we don't just love pets because they're adorable. A lot of people have emotional support animals. Like Scarborough is a registered emotional support dog. Yeah, that's right. But people find emotional support in all kinds of animals. Pigs, birds, kangaroos. Yeah. Yo, this is real. There have already been 2
poor
stories
dog,
about
man.
people trying to bring emotional support kangaroos on airplanes. Which I think is the most creative way I've heard of sneaking on an extra carry-on bag. You know what I mean? My laptop just fits right in the pouch. But let's get back to the real reason I'm doing this monologue. Scarborough. Yeah. And he asked me not to do this, but as his mom and manager, I just gotta plug his Instagram real quick. Scarborough the dog. Yeah, the dog.
I don't get people. It's not even just celebrities. People make accounts for their dogs or something like that. Like, man, it's weird. It's not right. It should be banned across every country.
Yeah, dog because he's a poodle mix from the 6. He don't mess around, okay? Here's a photo of Scarborough when he was a puppy. No.
That's cute.
I know what you're thinking. He was black when I got him, and then he turned white. I know, okay? I've heard the same Michael Jackson joke a million times, so I'm not gonna say it. Although it does explain why he keeps trying to sneak into my bed at night.
That's a good joke. That's a good joke.
Now, I really think that Scarborough is my best friend. Now, get this. He gets so excited to see me when I get home that he pees a little bit. Yeah. None of my friends pee a little bit because they're excited to see me, okay? They just pee a little bit because they have drinking problems. Now, that's probably why I would do anything for him. Does anyone else spoil their pet? Be real. Raise your hand if you spoil your pet. Okay.
I guess, kind of.
I sure do. I spoil him like he's my firstborn because he is. Okay? I throw him the craziest birthday parties every year like he's on my Super Sweet 16 straight up. It's bounce houses, we popping bottles, we chewing kibble, it's lit, man. It's gotten to the point where my good friend Chase's birthday is the day before Scarborough's, and I straight up ignore it. For Chase's birthday, all he wanted from me was a ride home after his party, and I was like, sorry, bro, I can't do it. For Scarborough's birthday, I got him his own ride.
How is this still going on? It's not even finished. It feels like forever.
With dogs, there's no agenda. Like, even people at pet stores, people who should know better, are always trying to upsell me on dog food. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? They're always saying things like, you should switch to a healthy, all-natural diet and only eat food with pomegranate and quinoa. I'm like, that's the kind of food I should eat, and I don't even do that. And as soon as I hear that, I tried to explain to them exactly how deep Scarborough's tongue was in his butt this morning. He doesn't care about the food. Quinoa. I don't know how to spell quinoa. Okay? And here's how I know dogs are better than people. You could be the worst person on earth, but your dog would just never know. Your dog would love you just the same. You know?
Unless you beat it to like a fucking pulp.
Even Bill Cosby's dog looks at Bill Cosby and thinks, this guy's the best. Wait, why am I so tired?
Alright. Horror movies are so dumb. She's putting on she looks like a man. Alright. And horror movies can be fucking retarded, so maybe she'll be alright. Another knife! Bit of a different intro. I'm trying to look serious. See, this is more interesting than this. I'm just using this right now.
I know you guys know we're deep into spooky season, and there's nothing I love more than staying inside and watching a scary movie. Okay, I can't do the hand motions the whole time, Austin. I don't know how you do this. It gets exhausting. Now, whether you're a fan of horror movies or not, everyone has that one movie they watched as a kid that has scared them for life. It's like a rite of passage. This guy knows what's up.
Stop doing that. Oh my god. Oh man. To be honest, I kind of agree with that. Well, Coraline scared me to death. That fucking terrified me, Coraline. I haven't watched it in a while, but I think it is still quite a good movie. Oh, what was it called? There's this other film. I can't remember what it's called, but for some reason my mum allowed me to watch it with them, and it was Tremors. That's it, Tremors. I didn't even watch all of it. That shit terrified me. Anyway.
I remember this one movie I saw as a kid that still burned into my brain. It's about this creepy little boy that tortures an unemployed gay couple. You guys know what I'm talking about? He burns them, electrocutes them, sticks them with nails. What's it called again? Oh yeah, Home Alone. Now, me out. And suddenly, everything is scary. Like, I'll be home alone, and I'll get so scared that I'll start talking to God. You know what I'm talking about, right? But I'm not super religious. It's like when I don't talk to someone for a long time, and then I text them and ask for a favor, so I feel really guilty. Like, hey, God, what's up? Sorry, it's been a while. No, but if you could make sure I don't get murdered right now, that'd be swell. Miss you. As I've gotten older, I've come to realize many horror movies are truly just bad. Like, a lot of these films look super cheap. Usually,
Truth or Dare is probably my least favourite film I've ever seen. Truth or Dare is fucking terrible. Do not watch it. Watch it if you want to have a laugh at how bad it is. It is terrible. Terrible.
That's just because they have to spend half of their budget on acting classes for the cast. It is what it is. And people in horror movies are so dumb, y'all. It's just what I don't know. What's wrong with you? In a typical horror movie, character gets a flat tire, but instead of fixing it, they go hang out in a haunted cabin. Then get killed off one by one until someone finds an ancient book written in Latin explaining how to expel the ghost. Let me get this straight. You can suddenly read a dead language, but you couldn't be bothered to get out your car manual and fix a flat tire? And the outfits killers wear in horror movies make no sense, y'all. Take, for example, Freddy Krueger. Looks like your cousin who pops every pimple at a Christmas party. The Hook guy from I Know What You Did Last Summer. Looks like Paddington Bear in a dark room. And then Jason wears a hockey mask, which made me think, yo, maybe Jason is Canadian. But he did murder a bunch of people, which seems like much more of an American thing.
Oh, stop it! Oh my god! Stop doing that! Don't make this any worse than it is!
I'm fascinated by the tactics the director uses to scare people. I'm talking the jump scares, the music, the way they build the tension and suspense. But if I'm being real, all you really need to do to scare me is tell me I missed my period.
No! Ah!
And it's always how can I love you? And it's always disappointing when a new horror movie does really well at the box office and then is followed by a bunch of bad sequels.
Yeah, that's true.
The last franchise to serve that much cheap crap to the public is McDonald's. And at least when that clown kills you, it's delicious. I feel like some movies are just lazy with their deaths. Like another couple murdered during sex, please don't. Yeah, I'm already scared enough during sex because my Indian parents told me every time I have an orgasm, a hand will pop out of the ground and drag me to hell. But even if the movie's bad, going to the movie theater is the best way to watch scary movies. You always get one person who's like, don't go in there! So the only person dumber than the character about to walk into a creepy basement is the person in the audience telling them not to. They can't hear you, man! Jeez. And fellas, listen up. There are studies that prove couples are more likely to hook up after watching scary movies, not comedies. So guys, if you want to turn your girl on, take her to a scary movie. And if you want to make her laugh, send her a pic.
I don't think I can do this anymore. I generally don't think I can do this anymore. This is... It's not even like... so bad it's good. It's just bad. It's so bad. But I generally want there to be like a funny bit which I can actually laugh at, just even a chuckle, but there's nothing. Okay, the best and worst things about Halloween, keeping the Halloween vibe and another ad. Jesus fucking Christ.
Now I'm hyped, y'all, because tonight we're celebrating my favorite holiday. And that's Halloween! Make some noise for Halloween!
Halloween used to be fucking great. I used to love Halloween.
Because the whole point of the night is to put on an outfit, eat junk food, and scare innocent people. You know what cops do every night. The only thing is, Halloween is never actually scary.
It's not that
The
wrong.
scariest thing about Halloween is the idea that orange and black look good together. I'm be real with y'all. The hardest part for me about Halloween is going to buy a costume. Especially if the character I want to be is not round.
If I'm being honest, I usually just wore the same shit. I mean, I guess I wore it like the same thing for like 2 years straight, something like that. Like, I used to have this I used to have this sick clown mask. Oh, I think it might be in my attic or something. Oh my god, that I got it at London Dungeons. I'm gonna try and find. Oh no, I think my mum got rid of it.
5 years straight, I had to go as Princess Jasmine. Plus, it's winter in Canada during Halloween. So every year I had to wear my costume over my winter coat. So I look less like Jasmine and more like the Michelin Man in a crop top. Still hot though. I mean, this year I was thinking about going as Alice in Wonderland, but her skin's not brown. I guess I could go as Justin Trudeau. Well, people love dressing up like other
What was that?
I'm not sure why. I think this is why 23andMe is so popular. Like, what? I'm 1% Native American? Hell yeah! Halloween pop-up shops are crazy. Have you noticed that they're
Almost
there one
laughed.
day and they're just gone the next? Like this. It's magic. They're like Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriends. Just damn! A word of advice though. If you do dress up for Halloween, you gotta spend the extra money on the real official costume, not one of those generic rip-offs. There's nothing worse than showing up to a party thinking you look like Spider-Man, but everybody knows you look like Bugfellow. Although this does explain my costume, because you might think I'm Ash from Pokemon, but no. I'm Anime Ball Thrower. Halloween movies are the greatest. Make some noise for Halloween movies.
So just horror movies.
Halloween movie is Hocus Pocus.
To be fair, one of the most underrated things about Halloween is when like a film somewhere makes like a Halloween sort of not like Big Bang Theory or something like that, make like a Halloween special, when it's like when Toy Story did like a Halloween mini movie, or when it was like Shrek. That scared me more than like Truth or Dare and shit like that. But honestly though, that type of stuff is underrated, man. Oh god, alright.
It's spooky, and the guy that plays Zachary Binks was hella fine. Okay, wait, before you call me up for saying a kid is hot, I'm talking about after he turned into a cat. Weirdo, y'all. And I love special Halloween episodes. You get to see all your favorite characters in costume, and they always
Actually, yeah, I kinda agree with
come
that as
back
well.
the next episode. What do you think about Halloween shows, DJ Daniel? Oh wow, we didn't even tell him it was a Halloween episode today. My bad! Halloween must be a very confusing day for children. In their whole lives, they're told not to talk to strangers, and then on one random day, they're encouraged to knock on their doors. And damn,
Got a good point.
Halloween must be like a Sadie Hawkins dance for pedophiles. Okay. The candy you give out on Halloween is like a coolness barometer. You feel me? If you give out full-size Snickers, you're the coolest person on the block. But if you give out single Tootsie Rolls, you're definitely the type of person who asks to speak to the manager. But now that the people in my neighborhood won't give me candy anymore because I'm a grown woman, I find myself going to more and more Halloween parties. Now, I know sexy Halloween costumes get a lot of backlash, but I personally don't mind it. Halloween is the only time of year where you can see what Yoda looks like if he had boobs. Just like, cup size B I have. Or let me just boost my self-esteem. Cup size D I have. And I love couples on Halloween because the costumes can change so much over the night. Like, sure, you're Batman and Robin right now, but 3 hours into this Halloween party, you're gonna look like 2 raccoons robbed a Lululemon. And some of these Halloween parties can get real ratchet, if you know what I mean. Random people start hooking up, but everyone is in costume, so it's hard to tell like who's who. All I know is Dracula is crying because he walked in on the Oscar Mayer wiener, banging Winnie in the Pooh.
That was, how long? That was only 5 minutes. Alright, let's see what, leaking rap music secrets. Rap is my favourite music genre. Let's see what she has to say.
Myself tonight, okay? I just danced up a storm in my green room, hyping myself up to a little Drizzy Drake. But honestly, here's the thing. Being a rap music fan is a constant struggle because it makes me forget that I'm a feminist. If you took the beat out of some of these songs and just said half of the things they're saying, I would never talk to you again. Yeah. But YG would rap about me making him a sandwich, and I'd be okay with it as long as I make that booty bounce. I hate myself for it. Pretty early on that you should never trust a rapper to teach you how to spell. I remember when I tried to tell my teacher that Lil Wayne said Wheezy F baby and the F is for phenomenal. No, that's not how you spell phenomenal. The F is for the F you got on your spelling test, Wheezy. Honestly, I am a little embarrassed to admit, this is a true story, I'm so embarrassed to admit.
Okay, true story.
For the longest time, I thought fabulous and ludicrous were the correct ways to spell those words. They're not! Did I just blow your mind? Everyone is like...
10% left on my phone.
One of my favorite things about music is music videos. My favorite music videos are the ones with rappers acting all hard on jet skis. Because you just know that's not how the video started. Have you ever tried to get on a jet ski, yo? You gotta get 2 of your boys to help you on, first of all. And then another one to be like, you got this, bro! You're doing amazing, sweetie! Or all those old music videos where everyone is balling out on a yacht. And you just know that before the camera started rolling, the captain was making them all wear life vests while talking them through the safety training. Yeah, lifeboats are on the right side of the boat. Please wait until we're at sea to pop bottles, Mr. Diddy. Music videos used to be amazing because they tell a story. You know, like the music video for More Money, More Problems was all about Puff Daddy and Mace at a golf tournament. These days, I feel like the only story they tell in rap videos is, my dad didn't love me enough. Hashtag relatable, though. Seriously, why? You hear that? It's the sound of neglected children. But seriously, why are some rappers so angry? First of all, I just bought your album. And then on tracks 2 and 5, you said you just hooked up with my girl. I'm just saying, if I got laid in the span of 10 to 15 minutes twice, I'd be having a pretty good night. By the way, have you ever thought about this? How uncomfortable do you think it is to be the guy who finds out a rapper hooked up with his girl to a dope beat? I do feel like now hip-hop has to do so much. I mean, you have to have something for the club, something for the streets, even something for the ladies, the girlfriends, the wives, even the baby mamas. Like,
that's not the joke. The audience are fucking brain dead. They're like, oh, it's like, even for their baby mamas. Ah ha ha ha. I don't think I can do this anymore. I'm really trying not to force a laugh, but I feel like I have
Have
to.
a baby by me, be a millionaire. Yeah, when I heard that, I was like, okay, 9 bullets couldn't tie him down, girl. Neither will you. For real talk, I was sad when I heard that Nicki Minaj was retiring so she could focus on having a family. Yeah, it was the most devastating 4 days of my life.
No, it wasn't, because Nicki Minaj is fucking trash. Don't tell me different. Like, Cardi B is also quite shit, but she actually has, like 3 decent songs. Like, Money was alright. Was it Red Bars was quite good. I didn't mind that. And I guess, like, maybe Bodak Yellow. I don't. Is that how it's called? Bodak. I can't remember. That was a song that blew her up. But yeah, that song was alright. I mean, I know like every person knew the lyrics to it. But yeah.
I'm so glad she's back. I mean, let's be real. Who else was she gonna talk to?
What was that? What was that? Whoa, bruh. The audience, man. The audience is funnier than her.
I feel like that would have been a very awkward conversation at the dinner table. Oh, I tossed the salad with romaine. And then your dad tossed my salad like his name, romaine. One of my favorite things to do is sing along to these songs, but it can be hard because I don't swear. I'm serious, I don't even swear when I'm alone in my car. And that's why I perfected the art of self-censoring rap songs. I'm legit the master of this, okay? Here's how I would rap a verse from a famous A$AP Rocky song, right? I love bed, that's my problem. And yeah, I got a problem. It's confusing. Now, if you don't know this about me, I take a trip to Trinidad for Carnival every year, yeah? And every time I'm there, without fail, I somehow end up in someone's music video. And I'm a star, y'all. What can I say? It happens, okay? But a couple years ago, I made an appearance in YG's music video for the song Pop It, Shake It. And they didn't give me any context for how I would be appearing in the video. They just told me to dance and have fun, so I'm like, okay. Listen, I like to think of myself as family friendly. And my vibe is unicorns and rainbows, and that is not what YG was going for in this video, okay? Check this out. It's basically but me, okay? Which now that I say out loud is actually a pretty fire verse. But me, but hey!
Kids, I have to watch another one. Oh my god, man. I think I'm losing it. But I said I'm not going to stop until I laugh. I'm just going to hope for the best. Let's see what other video she's made. Lily will do anything for a discount. First of all, actually, before I start, I want to look at the comments. Lily, I'm cheap. Also, Lily spends 20k to sit courtside at Raptors game. Lily, who wastes money. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I don't really see a lot of anything like I saw on the other ones that they'll come promoting her, or not promoting her,
But if there's one
boosting
fact
her.
I want everyone to know about me, and I want to say it loud and proud, is that I love saving money so much. And it's tough now because I'm on TV, you know. So I'll be like trying to haggle in the dollar store, and the cashier's just like, "Wait a minute, aren't you that girl on NBC?" And I'm like, fine, I guess I can pay $3 for this coffee table. Pack it up. Jeez. But I think my obsession with saving money is an immigrant kid thing. It makes it
Ah,
if your parents
fuck.
also
Sorry,
make you
my
want to save
arm.
backpack.
My arm's hurting for some reason. Fucking hell. Probably because I'm bashing the thing. No, I'm not that. Okay, I'm bashing the table.
Blue's Clues is timeless, fam. Okay, timeless. Now, because I've been so cheap for so long, I have a super limited understanding of how money works. When NBC asked if I wanted a 401k, I was like, how am I supposed to run that far?
Oh, damn it. That wasn't even that funny. Why did I laugh at that? Oh, that is probably my body's way of telling me to just stop. Fucking hell, I don't know how long. So I did this for about so I've done this for like a bit over an hour. Fucking hell. I don't know how I managed to do that. I am never doing this again. Fuck me. Jesus Christ. That was the longest, like, hour of my life. Jesus. I'm so glad it's actually fucking over. That was a genuine laugh. Don't come at me. That was actually a genuine laugh. Oh my god, though. That's... I'm proud of myself for getting through this without fucking ending it. But it's like... Oh my god. My mum's gonna look... Because this is on my mum's iPad. You're gonna see a bunch of fucking Lily Singh videos. Oh my god, man. I can actually just do whatever now. I mean, I could have died. I could have died without watching this. But I watched it, so... Man. Well, I guess that's the end of this video. And I probably won't be doing this ever again, or at least for a good long time. Thank you for watching, and I hope you actually survived all of this, but yeah, see ya.